all of them want the same thing. Like, I feel we all want to be good, nice people. Mostly we want to help each other. We want to live a happy life. And I think, yeah, so we kind of all want the same things. And I think even with all religions, they all kind of have a similar way of being.
I wouldn't necessarily agree with wanting a happy life. I don't think my purpose on earth is to just live a simple, happy life. And the reason I say that is because Jesus didn't live a happy life. Therefore, it says that if I face trials, then how much more trials will I face? There's actually an expectation in my way of seeing life that it's not always going to be great. And in fact, count it all joy, my brothers and sisters, that when persecution does come, you look more like Christ because he came to give his life as a sacrifice. And like, I really think that a life of sacrifice is where there's full meaning, whether that's sacrifice materially, whether that's sacrificing my time. There is this theme of like, your joys may not necessarily be here on earth, but there is a joy later on in the eternal life. So I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm here because I want a happy life, and that's okay. I think that life does come with a lot of grief and a lot of sadness.
I didn't know that was like how you thought of things, but
you can see the contrast in how both of them have spoken. You know, you have here, she said a spiritual. She's obviously said, what's wrong with humans? You know, there's nothing wrong with humans living a great and happy life. You know, that sort of high spirit. But then when we get over to like how Christianity should be and things, it's like sort of persecution. I always said, you know, that this sense of this obsession with being persecuted, this obsession with essentially, you know, wanting not sort of like self-degradation. I don't even know if that's a word, but like degrading yourself. There's nothing wrong with having a happy life. Okay, there's nothing wrong with having a simple life. There's nothing wrong with living a calm and peaceful life and living amicably. But this idea that I need to be persecuted, this obsession with being persecuted and sort of suffering, there's nothing wrong with living
And there's nothing wrong with living a happy life, a sad life, or even a very minimalist life. It's just your choice.
Do you want to suffer?
This is the thing, like, suffering will come. It's not about wanting to suffer. As long as we're on this earth and there are evil things and wicked things, and not even evil or wicked things, just hurt. One day you could be walking around having the greatest time and then the next day you're literally called saying that someone passed away or someone got diagnosed with a certain disease. How do you go about those situations? Do you just say, oh, well, I'm living a minimalist life? No, you're going to be affected by that because you're a human being and everything that you knew has now changed. What do you do in that situation? You experience suffering because there are good times and there are bad times, and that is just life. And you're not just going to be happy when you're suffering, you're going to feel that. But it's about your perspective when you're feeling that.